Hello and thanks for watching Best Maths Tutors. I'm continuing to go through the Edexcel Foundation Tier Paper 3 from 2019 and we're on question 21 and we're covering all the questions. So if you find this helpful, please consider subscribing to our channel. So question 21 says that Liz is going on holiday to South Africa and she wants to change £850 into South African Rand and she wants to get as many 200 Rand notes as possible. So what we're told is that the exchange rate is £1 is equal to 18.53 Rand. So Rand is the currency that they would use in South Africa. And we've got to work out how many 200 Rand notes we can get for the £850. So we start off with that exchange rate there. So we've got that £1 is equal to 18.53 Rand. And so since we've got £850, we can see that to go from £1 up to 850, we'd have to multiply by 850. So the number of Rand that we would get would actually be 850 times 18.53. So we've got to times that by 850. So I'll just get the calculator up. And we've got to multiply, I'll put it over there, 18.53 times by 850. And so we get it in that format, but if we press the SD button there, that'll put it as a decimal. So we can see we get 15,750.5 Rand. So 15,750.5, and I'm going to call it 0.50 because it's money. So 0.50 Rand. And now we want to know how many 200 Rand notes we can get from this 15,750 Rand, because that's what £850 is worth. So all we need to do is divide the 15,750.5. If we divide that by 200, that will give us the number of notes, number of 200 Rand notes will be given by this. So we're just going to get the calculator up again. I'm going to take that result and we're just going to divide that by 200. And again, we've got it in that format, but we'll just press the SD button and we can see that we've got 78.7525. So 78.7525. But we can ignore the bit after decimal point. So the number of whole £200 Rand notes we can get, 200 Rand notes, not £200 Rand notes, 200 Rand notes we can get is just 78, because this 0.7525 is only part of a £200 Rand note, a 200 Rand note. So we can get 78 Rand, 78 200 Rand notes. If we move on to question 22, so we're given a problem in which it says that Sally has driven 560 miles in the month of October in her car, and the car travels 34.5 miles for each gallon. We're given the cost of petrol there per litre, and we're also given a conversion between gallons and litres. So we're told that 1 gallon is 4.55 litres. So the first step in this one, I would say, is step 1 is work out how many gallons of petrol are being used. So work out number of gallons. So we can see that if we drive 560 miles, but 34.5 miles is the number of miles for 1 gallon, then the number of gallons we would require can be found by taking the number of miles, the 560, and dividing it by the 34.5, which is the number of miles that 1 gallon would do. So if we do that, so we can find the number of gallons by dividing 560 by 34.5, and I'll just do that on here. So 560 divided by 34.5, so that will give me 16.231. I'm going to, in fact, write down all the figures there. 16.231 88406. 88406. It's a good idea not to round up until you get to the end of the question. So that's the number of gallons that we're going to require in the month of October there. And we need to then work out how many litres that would be. So if 1 gallon is equal to 4.55 litres, so we're going to work out how many litres we're now going to use. What we can do is, since we've got that 1 gallon is equal to the 4.55 litres, then since we've got this figure here, 16.231 etc. gallons, then in litres, because I've had to times from 1 to get to that 16.23 etc. with all the digits, I'd have to times the 1 by that figure to get to 16.231. Then I'd have to do the same to this side to get the answer in litres. So I've got to times, as long as I times both sides by the same thing, it's still okay. So I'm going to times 4.55 by the 16.231. So now, and what I'm going to do is save me retyping it in. I'm just going to use the figures on the calculator there. So I'm going to times that by 4.55, and so that gives me 73.855, etc. 73.855, and I'll just get the rest of the figures. 0.746. Okay, so that's how many litres we're going to require in this month. And then finally, we can work out the cost, because we're given the cost per litre. Petrol costs £1.08 per litre. So the third step is we can find the cost. So since 1 litre would cost us £1.08, then since we're looking for this amount of litres, so 73.855, 0.746 litres, then I need to times the 1.08 by that amount, 73.855, etc. So I'm just going to calculate it back up again. So there's the figure on my calculator, and I'm just going to times that by 1.08 times 1.08, and that's my cost, 79.76. And because it's money, in fact, I'm just going to write a few of the digits there to begin with. So this is in money, 79.763, and because we're in money, we only need it to 2 decimal places, so that's going to be 79.76, because if I cut it off at this point, the 3 is less than 5, so I don't add anything onto the 6 here. So to 2 decimal places, it's 79.76. And that's it. So I hope that's been helpful to you. And if it has, please give us a thumbs up and please consider subscribing to our channel to see more of our videos. Thanks for watching.